greatest blessing in life is, in all consideration of being alive every single day of your life, to consciously remind yourself that obviously you are enough, that you matter, and as long as you fulfill a lifelong purpose of commitment towards a particular goal or a manifestation in your life, you can accomplish everything you put your mind to it. So optimistic thinking, law of attraction, just keep embedding that positive mindset into your mind, and you can accomplish absolutely anything in this life. It's crucial that you, as a fellow human being, you do everything in your power to achieve a greater awakening within yourself and within a positive impact, a positive influence and inspiration of the world around you. As such, myself, I'm not worried. I'm not tripping. I ain't tripping off no exes. I'm not tripping off the women that have broken my heart, the women, people that have fucked me over, whether men, women, whatever, just everyone in general. You know, people who ghosted, people who treat you like utter trash and garbage when all that I've ever done was to quite literally sell my soul to these people, my body and my mind. But I'm not any longer doing that, because in a mind frame, in awakenings and my third eye manifestations, spiritually, I'm evolving every day of my life. So these people, if somebody goes to you and all that you had were positive intentions, and you align your synchronicity in your thoughts, processes, and your heart, you know in your heart the intention, the intuition of your mind, you trust your intuition, you understand your intentions, that you always do right by other people. That is in itself like you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have nothing to feel guilty over. You know, I go to sleep perfectly at night every day of my life. And like I said, I'm not tripping off anybody else ever again, because I lost myself trying to please other people before. And now, through having to burn bridges, through having to reinventing myself, to conserving myself for my own future, for my own sanity, and for the mental stability and emotional stability of my own heart, my own soul, my absolution of my everything, I have lost everyone through finding my own inner peace, through finding myself, and unapologetically me, I'm brutally honest. I'm not out here to impressing nobody in my life. You know, I'm not out here to the only thing I guess all you got to do, flex upon your haters, flex upon these people that have screwed you over in some fashion or another. And that's about it. Because those are the people that they continue to ride under jealousy, and they hate people like us who are brutally honest. They hate people like us who are controversial, who speak your mind. It's not so much speaking your mind, it's so much not as much as speaking through your conscience, your spiritual body and your heart, you feel? So you have to remind yourself every day of your life of why you are alive. What purpose will you be fulfilling today towards a greater manifestation of a positive, a grand awakening of a new world, celebrate a future of awakenings, a future of prosperity, peace, and happiness and abundance, a future of something positive and more optimistic, and none of this corruption of the world, and everything falls in line into synchronicities, whether if you believe in it or not. Nothing ever acts out of coincidence. Everything happens for a particular reason. It's meant to make or break you, and you have to choose to decide of what decisions you will be creating for yourself today, how you will be moving forward in this life, and by the blessings and abundance of the universe, you have to remind yourself that you are enough, and you have to think positive thoughts into life. And as a lodge brother, I'm constantly working on my degrees towards betterment in my life. And I know that, there's so many people that hate me for just whatever reason, a lot of it had to deal with miscommunication, misunderstandings, misconceptions, people who fail to take the time to recognize their own sins and imperfections, their own weaknesses. They fail to recognize to have a solid foundation for communication. So instead of communicating things with you openly, to have open discussions and honesty and pride in that integrity of honesty, of characteristics and character building and character development, they would rather just throw shots, shade, disrespect, or ghost you, or try to vilify you in some fashion or another. They can't keep your name out their mouth. And those are the people that have already failed. And whatever in your life that you want to create a better world within yourself. And your mindset is absolute everything. Mindset is crucial. There's so many people that fail to realize of how mindset plays in a significant factor into everything. It's a crucial role for everything that you do. And no matter what you go through, no matter what you're struggling with today, always think optimistic, and you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself when nobody else does. Because take it from me personally, I was raised most of my entire life of nobody truly to believe in you, and I've always had to be the one to believe in myself, regardless. So, and like I said, and I'm not worried about anything or anybody else, because that's entirely their loss. And if they couldn't per se get through first base of getting to know somebody, getting to know me in this regard, getting to know me, then that's their loss, because they could have had a successful future with me. Then, it could have been glowed up, everything been on the up and up and like super rad and positive and gnarly, and they could have had a life to celebrate in abundance, but instead they had to make things awkward. They had to give you this silent treatment and ghost you or this or that. It's extremely ignorant and immature and very blindsided. Me personally, I have removed the blindfolds of all misconceptions. I keep an open mind. When I truly say I'm a ride or die type person, I have an investment to get to know somebody, I go all in. I put my, not 50%, not 75%, but 110% of my energy, my time, my affection to intimately get to know somebody on a much deeper perspective, beneath the bone, beneath the skin, beneath everything, and that might sound sexual, but it's not. I guess it embodies a little bit of everything, and when I take the time to actually get to know somebody, I get to know somebody, for real, and if they're truly toxic or not beneficial to me, as such, somebody who is a compulsive liar or cheater, abusive or narcissistic, or struggles with an addiction with drugs or alcohol, that's an automatic deal breaker. Fuck no, nah, keep that shit away. I don't fuck with none of that. I vibe with everybody type shit, but certain boundaries that I have, limitations, and you have to strive towards perfection. Perfection does not exist. However, you have to pretend like it does, and you have to wake up every single morning of your life to meeting the sunrise to expect to see yourself in a predicament of what if you could practice not just optimism, but perfection, if that makes sense. So you have to find the underlying traits of what has been bringing you down, what has been weighing on your consciousness and your mind, what has been poisoning or blackening your heart and your soul, and how to find ways to like find compromise within yourself, and not just compromise, but finding solutions, like optimistic solutions of making yourself into a much better version of yourself. You wake up every day of your life, you have to celebrate your independence, your you being alive first and foremost. That's the most important thing. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. So anyway, my name is Cody Gremlin. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe, like, share. And my vision, my passion is ultimately change this world for the positive every day of my life that I'm alive. I put my 110% into, me. On my off days from work, even after a long 8-hour shift at work, you know what I'm doing? I'm out in the streets, man. I'm busting. I'm hustling. I'm grinding. I'm out here. I believe in myself. I go out here and travel the world, have little road trips. It's all for you guys, man. It's all for this world. It's all for making a positive difference into the world. Just, sharing my experience with the world. And that's it. Just trying to change the world, trying to inspire, influence whoever I can inspire and influence. See ya.